Hi, Curious Patriots. What if I told you there's an industry where failure isn't punished? In fact, it's rewarded. Where no matter how badly the job is done, the only response is more money and no accountability. Does that sound like an awesome place to work? Sounds a little crazy, right? Well, welcome to the government. But before we get into that, let me propose a story to you. Imagine your house has a water leak, and so you call the local plumber. He shows up, charges you a hefty fee, tinkers around, and then leaves. But when he leaves, the leak actually gets worse. So you call him again, more money, more tinkering. Now the water's pooling on the floor. You repeat the process. Again, you call him. Now you're paying even more money, but your living room is starting to look like a lake. So you turn to your spouse and you say, "Hey, I think we should fire this plumber." What if your spouse's response was, "Oh, really? You like having leaks in this house? You want water in our home?" I'd be like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But that's how it feels when we ask government agencies for accountability. In the private sector, if a company's strategy fails, there are consequences. If a business wastes money on a failed strategy, delivers bad service, or loses customers, what happens? It goes away. Someone else steps in and does it better and replaces them. That's how markets work. Blockbuster failed to adapt. Netflix took its place. Sears couldn't compete. Amazon filled the gap. MySpace lost its way. Facebook swooped in. Failure forces businesses to rethink, innovate, or disappear. But in the government, the opposite happens. When a program fails, does it disappear or is it revamped? No, instead they blame external factors and ask for more money. Education scores dropping? Well, we need more funding. Crime rates rising? Oh, the department is underfunded. Poverty increasing? Despite decades of anti-poverty programs, the system needs more resources. When was the last time a government agency looked at a worsening problem and said, maybe our strategy is wrong? It never happened. I have never seen it, and I believe that has to change. Just take a look at the Department of Education. This is its mission: to promote student achievement and preparation for global competitiveness by fostering educational excellence and ensuring equal access. That sounds great. Sign me up and I'll write a check. But where's the scorecard? If this were a private company, we'd ask, are test scores improving? Are U.S. students more competitive globally? Has federal education spending actually helped? Right now, U.S. students are failing, and they're failing by more each year. The 2024 National Assessment of Educational Progress found that 1/3 of 8th graders do not demonstrate mastery of the knowledge and skills that are fundamental for proficient work at their grade level. To put this in perspective, in 1998, that number was 25% of 8th graders, a fourth. And now, today, it's 33%. It's moving in the wrong direction. And that's a steady decline over 2 decades. If this were a company, you'd say, your results are terrible, change something or you're fired. Instead, what do we do here? What do we hear? We need more money. We need more resources. Shouldn't we first ask, is your strategy a good one? Is it making it worse? This is not an attack on education. It's an attack on bad strategy. This isn't just about education either. We need clear public scorecards for every government agency. Department of Transportation, show us how much better our infrastructure is after each $1 billion spent. Department of Housing and Urban Development, have federal housing programs actually reduced homelessness? Every agency should have a clear mission statement, a public scorecard with measurable results, and a yearly review to assess whether their strategy is actually working. Because right now the pattern is very predictable, and I've watched it my entire life. A problem gets worse, the agency blames external factors, they ask for more money and resources, they get it, and then the cycle repeats. No other sector in society operates this way. Why should government? Let's go back to our plumber. If we ask for proof that he's actually fixing the leaks, does that mean we hate plumbing? No, it means we expect results. If a plumber can't prove he's doing his job, he gets fired. If a government agency can't prove its effectiveness, why should we blindly keep writing checks backed by our hard-earned dollars? This isn't about politics, it's about common sense. If the government wants our money, show us what we're paying for. That's not being anti-government. That's just being responsible. By the way, please don't assume that any of my observations or opinions are in any way partisan, because they're not, I assure you. Now, challenge me, teach me, talk to me. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Do federal programs work? Not should they work, but do they? Until next time.